Yo, what it is. I'm blessed to the God, aka loaf to the fucking bread.
And I'm potato bread peas, aka the fucking peas.
Yo, it's the bread talk show, baby. We back again.
One more Sunday in the books.
Back again.
Thank God for that.
Back again.
Hey, listen. I just want to start off by saying, hello, Bread Talk World. I hope y'all had a good week. Because I know I had a very interesting week. I got to start off by saying, slapping the shit out of a nigga became a part of the game.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to start off by saying that. The buzzing on the streets is the buzzing on the streets.
He turned rock to pebbles, but I get it. But
Chris got rocked, but it's okay.
The only reason I'm not going to talk about it, because I know you're tired of talking about it. All I'm going to say is, good luck to Will.
Nah.
He going to need it, because...
Will better be glad.
Will bit that worm.
Nah, Will better be glad that Smith & Wesson wasn't on his waist, because he might have got clapped in the Oscars. Shit.
Nah, Chris Rock held his composure. I know people saying he's soft, and I don't know what was going through Chris' mind, but whatever he did, it worked, because he about to take Will bread.
He about to get to that bag.
He about to take bread, nigga.
Hey.
Well, you, I don't know what you better make parents just don't understand it. You better put that shit back out.
Well, you better call Jazzy Jeff and do a mixtape, nigga.
You better get back in the booth, because Chris Rock coming from that bread, man.
Hey, do a summertime remix with all the new niggas out. Like put like Roddy Ricch.
Do a drill. Do a drill album.
Putting hymns. Give my CPC family like Flash, Check. Get them niggas on a little summertime remixes up, man.
Nigga, Will Smith gonna be at bar mitzvahs getting jiggy with it. But you gonna have to do sweet 16 parties.
Will Smith, why don't you get an MMA? You might as well go get an MMA. You gonna slap motherfuckers.
Nigga, Will gonna be like this. Mazel tov. I get jiggy.
Don't put my name in your fucking mouth. You can be doing that. You can do all that all you want.
Shit.
Go to WWE and be a wrestler. You know, so how about that? Go body slam something.
We'll go be doing kids parties, nigga, till I get jiggy.
I ain't gonna lie. I hope Will somehow this shit get to Will. Maybe he can come to New York and slap shit out of me. I'll be good money. Come slap me, nigga.
Nah,
good
man.
Shit, go on my shit.
Yo, man, good luck to both them brothers.
Nah, but on the comedy tip though, man, let's start being more peaceful though. At the end of the day, we making jokes, but at the end of the day, man, let's stop disrespecting each other, man. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we high plateaus and high states.
But that's a comedian job is to make jokes.
Yeah, but Will shouldn't have.
You know, Chris is doing his job.
Yeah.
He's doing his job. You could have saw him after the show.
No shit. Going to backstage.
Or you could have just said, keep my wife's name out your fuck. You could have said that instead of going up there. And I'm gonna keep my mouth closed on that one though.
Yeah.
Jada.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave Jada alone right now.
Nah.
I want Will coming on the screens and things. I tell you, Will, you come on these screens if you want, Will. Yeah, slap something on this screen.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Slap something
on this screen, nigga. Fuck your bread, nigga.
Nah.
Fuck you too, bro.
Nah, real shit.
Slap something on this screen.
And not for nothing, I gotta give a shout out to Jada Pinkett too, because she let her man be a fool. She ain't even stop him.
She ain't stop.
She let him just go up there and salute her.
You want to be a fool and lose it all? Go ahead. Good. Because August would have dealt with him. That's what she told Will. August would have got this.
Yeah, word though.
That's why Will got her. She's like this.
It wouldn't have been Tupac.
She was texting August like this. Like, you see why I don't fuck with this nigga?
Nah, it wouldn't have been Tupac.
Nah. It's just jokes.
Nah,
nothing
Anyway.
You know what I mean? March Madness was popping.
That was popping. You know what I'm saying?
Salute to every team.
Salute to the teams that won.
Every team. Salute to all the teams that lost.
St. Peter, salute. Shaheen Holloway, salute my bro. Good job.
Salute.
Got that bag. Salute. Going back to your alma mater.
Salute to him, man. You did great. Good job,
Samuel
man.
Dallenbrad, everybody that supported him and played for him, played with him.
Y'all got that bro, man. Y'all did that thing, man. And all the teams. I'm gonna leave nobody out. Every team in March Madness, man. This is I'm gonna tell you one thing. Them underdogs fucking brackets up. They was
brackets
tight.
was crazy,
they was
bro.
rocking them brackets like,
Yeah.
hey, how the fuck he went? How they went? Word of love. You know what I mean? The weather is still on some shaky shit. You know what I mean? Tired of all
I got out the truck. I got out the truck. I had to get to it, and my hat flew off my head. I said, "What the fuck?" It was windy as a motherfucker. I looked up. I saw
rain,
all the dog and Toto flying and
stuff.
shit on everything.
Shit raining, Wizard of Oz out this motherfucker.
On everything, man.
Nah, I'm ready, yo. Shit, and you put me on to something. I don't know if y'all know we gonna move forward, but there is no more daylight savings time.
Yeah, I heard that shit is a wrap.
I heard they about to put that in the books. It's gonna get dark at 8 o'clock for the rest of your life, baby.
Oh, I gotta say, because I know y'all sitting there asking, wow, what's so different around the Bread Talk set? Salute to my man G Money.
G Money.
Rude
boy. I that soldier.
Culture. Rude boy. G Money. Y'all want all work done? He the best in the business.
Was in his bag.
Nah.
He got busy.
Nah, he
upgraded the upgrade.
Nah, he put his foot in that literally.
Rude boy. What go on there?
Salute, G.
What go on there,
Appreciate you, bro.
Roots and culture.
Without you, this magnificent piece for the night.
Little Van Gogh, G Van Gogh, baby. But
Picasso.
We moving the move, we moving on. We gonna get to it. We ain't gonna hold you up too much. You know what I mean? I know we read comments and we learn them like, I don't know, let's push it along like Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, like y'all leaving comments too, man. Y'all show us y'all watch the Bread Talk show, man. Show us that y'all pay give us some undivided attention, man.
Mm-hmm.
Real shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, without no further ado, the pot is stirred. I got an air fryer, so I ain't stirring pots no more. Right now, today I got an air fryer, nigga. I got chicken in the air fryer, nigga. Chicken, the vegan chicken and the real chicken all in the air fryer together.
I actually jerk
you know what I'm saying?
Jerk bonds and jerk.
You know what I mean? Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslims, you know what I mean? Celebrating and Ramadan, you know? But let's get to it. We're gonna talk about upbringing.
Upbringing is a very, very big thing going on in this world that we ignore. As being an inner city kid in all the cities and states, upbringing really is to raise a child. The things that we all got away from, got away from in life is
I got the flicky.
It's very, very, very disturbing. The stuff that's going on now in our society. Yeah, it's alright.
Say you don't want the torch of the torch.
Yeah, I gotta get to my flames.
I chat with y'all. Upbringing, man. Who decides? Who decides what's the right and the wrong way to bring up your child and raise your child? You know what I'm saying? Or who's to say the way you was brought up wasn't right? Is that like where can you find this at? You can't Google that. You can't Google. I mean, raising like them books they have for dummies. You gonna have to buy a book how to raise your kids, dummies. Like, I mean, say you work every day. 2-parent home. Mother and father got great jobs. They spend time with their kids. They try to instill nice like morals and ethics and everything in them. And one of the kids become a fucking bank robber. That mean the parents failed, they didn't do their job, or did that kid just not connect to the messages and the teachings that he was delivering, you know? You know what I'm saying? I can't be that. I mean, who to say, like, why the parents ridicule for the bad choices their kid made, even though you know you tried? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And to kind of like piggyback off Blesso's point, it's disturbing because you know it's different. It's disturbing because it's different when you see people that you know that came from good families and they out there robbing people, they out there stealing, knocking out old ladies.
Yeah.
Like what would make you knock out old ladies? What will make you put a gun to a 3-year-old's head and rob his mom's in the hallway? Like, what would make you do that?
But is that the parents' fault? He wasn't raised right?
You know what? it's sad, but where I'm from, your reflection is your home, your upbringing from home.
But one thing,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so
if you, alright, so like, if you was in a foster home or whatever, like, say you was in a
one thing got hard-working parents.
That's never around or whatever.
No, that's around. And they tried. Some parents they tried. They just can't get through to that.
Right. It's real.
Nah,
but I just can't understand. If you don't want for anything, why would you want to go that route?
But sometimes,
there's a lot of routes
sometimes it's the rush. I'm not always gonna put it on it's peer pressure, but some dudes they can get a rush from it. Like they get this invincible. Like, but for them to have a certain rush and a certain feeling behind doing shit like that, that means it's something mentally not right. Because case in point, you just said, like, what if a kid is brought up in foster care system?
Group home.
Right, but turned out to be adopted. Was he, you know what I'm saying? Was he his upbringing, like, was he brought up wrong?
Right.
It's you, the person, it's the individual. You can teach all day, like, guide your kids all day. Some people just don't get it. They're just gonna wind up making bad fucking choices.
I could say, like, talking for me, right? And I can honestly say, Bread Talk World, I'm not super parent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super parent, and I can honestly say because due to the losing of my parents early, I was never really taught how to be a parent. So my parenting really became trial and error. But I learned, you know, salute to my grandfather, you know what I'm saying, that rest in peace, instilled a lot more drive in me to be more ambitious and get to it. So I became, from his mold, I became more of a provider than like a nurturer. Like I'm a hard soul, like, because my grandfather was a hard soul, so that's all I knew.
But our kids collectively might not want that.
Right.
But in your mind, you think you're doing a good job.
Right.
So one was a parent from the outside looking in and saying, yo, you're fucked up dad.
And it could happen. But it might be conversations where they say, well, nah, you shouldn't be so hard on let him be, right, or let her be, or whatever.
Who defines that?
That's what I'm saying. And that's the part that's baffling to me, because you got a lot of people out here that's super parents, right? And I say super parents, and I can define what super parent mean from my dialect. Is you always got people with opinions. You always got people that have a theory or words on what they see. You know, you should, like, I remember one time I was having a conversation with my uncle, and he was saying, you know, if the kids smoke reefers, right, what's wrong with that? That's a phase. They'll grow out of that. But it's unfortunate, maybe when you was growing up in the 60s and 70s, you was able to shake that and got to it to be where you at right now. This generation is different. And then now, that generation years ago, marijuana, what they call reefers, was not legal. Now it's legal. So now it's like going to get a pack of cigarettes. So now you get your kid that get caught up in the streets, and you say you from the streets, and they get caught up in the streets, and you try to shake them out the streets, or shake her out the streets. But they choose the streets because...
But did they witness you in this? Do they have stories, or is it people that they might have talked to that could say, oh, your father was this, or your father was that, or your mother was this?
Well, people could draw reference, but the teacher part is what's important. So, like, I could have been, I'm not saying I am, but I said I could have been the biggest killer in Brooklyn, right? Whatever. I might say, don't do that, don't do what I did. I might try to instill something different. Or I could have been the biggest loser in the streets. But now I'm here doing good. Don't be like, don't follow the path I follow. You know what I'm saying? Take my path and I'm gonna get you to but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but you giving them an option.
Well, life is built on options.
No, but you teaching options. You're not saying.
Because telling them is not.
Yeah, but
telling them is not the answer.
No, but if you're saying, don't do what I did, do this.
Right.
Then they be like, well, you turned out all right.
Yeah, but most, if you notice, the reason why I'm
No,
speaking
I'm saying like
follow the blueprint.
If you sell drugs and then you change your life around and then you tell him like, yo, I did it. I don't sell drugs. He might be like, don't do it, but you did it and look how you turned out.
Right. So now I might open the door for them and say, well, I'm gonna follow your footsteps.
But it's not saying, yo, if he never knew you sold drugs, you might say, yo, drugs ain't the way to go, man. I know a lot of people. Sometimes you can keep yourself out of the equation and say, don't be like me.
So let me ask you
this.
He
might think you the greatest thing since pants with pockets.
So let me ask you this. So if you a Nas ass nigga that never really did nothing in the streets like that, like he rhyme about, but you listen to it and you say, yo, I want to be like that. Allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly.
we can't.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not. I'm using that term. No, I'm saying it.
Salute the Nas.
Yeah, salute Nas. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying, like, people can rap about being killers, but never was killers. And then
it's entertainment, though.
Right, but see, how many people, like, rest in peace, Juice WRLD, and all these rappers that rapped about drugs, pills.
But his moms is totally different. Juice WRLD mom.
There you go. But
did she do a bad job?
This is a good question.
No, man, did she do a bad job?
She actually, I can't even answer that question.
Right.
I can't answer that question.
But who the fuck is able to decide? Set the higher being, and whatever you want to call them, but the higher being should be the only judge. Am I wrong?
So high being is the only one that can judge. I believe in that. I'm a firm believer in that.
But we give people that's that walk and breathe within the same life form as us to be the judge and jury of what we shouldn't do. If we raising them wrong, we're raising them right.
Well, like I said.
So what's this super parent? Because you threw the phrase out. Right. But what's the super?
All right, the super parent line I use super parent is that when a person will say, yeah, I'm with my kids every day. Yo, I make sure they good. Yo, I'm here I'm on top of them. Yo, I take them to school. I'm on blah, blah, blah. Like, everything that a parent's supposed to do. And I'm going to say mainly fathers. Right. I'm not going to talk about mothers because you got mothers, and if you put it, I don't even want to say a ratio because I'm not in math class. But if I took my own ratio and I say out of 100%, you got 70% of the women, no matter how fucked up it is, they're going to always be there for their kids, bad, good, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the father now, whether he around, whether he not around, whether he living but not living, whatever. Like meaning like when I say living and not living, he might be in a whole another state. But his kid live in Louisiana, but he's in New York. Mm-hmm. But they talk every now and then. He's still alive, still his father, he's still active. He may not be the dude that talk to him every day. He might not be the dude that's coming home to him every day, giving him money every day. But the super parent line I use is the person that will say, because you don't got too many men that'll say they deadbeat dads. You don't never hear nobody say, yo, I'm a deadbeat, man. I don't take care of my kids. But I will say, I can talk for me. And the clip, the super line is, those that put the perspective to a high standard, but that's not what they do. I call them super dads. You know what I'm saying?
They lie.
They lie. They pretty much paint pictures that's not the picture. You know what I'm saying? And they paint a good one. There's a lot of people that do that. Nah, my seed, not my son, my daughter. But Potato Bread could say, I'm the provider. I'm a provider all day. I'm a keeper the bar. I will go through the walls and walls to make sure my kids don't want for nothing. Mm-hmm. But when it come down to that, shoulder to lean on, and like my daughter, salute to my daughter Tiana, right? She could tell me something, and I'll be still like, damn. She might feel that because of the way I illustrate something, I might be hard, but deep down in my heart, right, it's the soft spot that I may not show because I gotta be the superhero for my daughter. Right? I gotta be that dude that when she see me, she like, yeah, my dad is
Right,
but and I'm speaking like for me. I'm not saying it's right. Now I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
No, I'm just
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just breathing on the record
right.
a little bit.
Now,
I'm just saying.
Now my son salute to my son, Jason. Yeah. So my sons, Tyree, Tremaine, like, I'm not that dude that's, and I'm not saying it to say that it's corny, but I just was never that dude that had my men in the crib hug me and be like, it's gonna be okay. I don't know that life. I know that. Nah, you gotta get to it. But, know what I'm saying? I'm telling you how I evolved.
No, but we collectively is continuing a trend.
Right.
Because you want to speak on it if you ain't feel it should be broke.
Right.
You think the trend need to be broke.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But if you doing it, he gonna do it. It's got to break somewhere. But 9 times, 80%, I'm gonna say even 80% of the time, if a man in the house as a husband, the staple, the alpha, the one the provider, like, and I could agree with you 100%. I got 2 girls. I do anything for them. I was a girl dad before I became a phrase girl dad about nothing, but I might have grew up in a household that everything wasn't the most affectionate. Same shit, Pops wasn't the most affectionate dude. But I learned from him without even talking to me sometimes. Meaning, like, not that we didn't speak, but I'm just saying, like, you learn from watching too. So you pretty much learn from watching. Grandpa, even though he said things to you, a lot of shit you caught from the way he moved and carried himself. You knew, like, damn, that's how you're supposed to carry yourself. Mm-hmm. So if he's not the most affectionate, what you think you're gonna do? You're gonna be like, I ain't see him be all mushy, nigga. Ain't no fuck you talk about this mushy shit. Yo, get together, yo, Right. But in my case, I don't have the balance of the girl, the boy, niece, nephew over here. But so it's kind of hard. But I feel bad that damn, like, you got 2 girls, but people don't realize you don't know how to do that.
Right.
As much as you get, so somebody be like, come on, what you mean you don't know how to do that? No, you program. You, like, when you raise into a program of what you're supposed to be. But we gotta, somebody, somewhere, somehow gotta break it, like, or it's gonna keep going.
Now, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I can honestly say, you know what I'm saying? Like, my grandfather, I can say, was the person that I was around from my drills like 16 on to like 24, 22. When I felt I became a man and shit, a young man, or whatever, right? And I'm using the term vague but strong. When I felt, you know what I'm saying? And that was really like really before I had children. So when I felt I became a man is when I had a family. But each and every day that I'm going along being a family, I'm still learning. But the upbringing part was, I've been times when I be sitting there, I was like, yo, my grandfather used to say some wild shit. He used to do some wild shit. There was times I couldn't stand him. Real shit, because I was like, this man's crazy. But then I got older, and I was like, yo, I saw the angle. Like, I saw what he was talking about.
So you think you're your grandfather right now, just a younger version?
I don't think I can never be him. I know what you mean by that, but I can never be him. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Right, so that's why you think you're a product of your grandfather.
I'm definitely a product of him. I'm 100%.
Right, I'm not saying you're going to be him. Right,
yeah. I'm definitely a product of him.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Right.
And I'm not upset that I'm a product of him. I just feel that I could have put my own ingredient with his ingredient and made my own batch. See,
right,
that's what I'm saying.
Think about being a product of him. You just said how you felt when he moved.
Right.
And the way he moved, then you couldn't. But if you're a product of him, that means nephew is you looking at grandpops again.
Absolutely.
And he might feel like, I can't stand this.
Absolutely.
In time he might get it.
But
right, but then is he gonna break the cycle?
That's to be continued.
Right, because where's it gonna break?
Right.
The chain gonna keep being the chain. You gotta snap the chain. Like
and that's a
like, and it's hard.
And I'm still learning, trying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's hard. Like, people think it's just some shit. Like, no, it's real shit. And it's not a
product of your environment.
It's not a bare your soul. This is the Bread Talk Show. Oh my God, the bare show. Fuck no, we keep it in a fucking buck. It's called a buck. So the only way for y'all to understand what we talking about is sometimes we gotta be, like you say, transparent. Like we gotta put our business out sometimes.
Right.
So it's to say, like with my pops, like it's times I 2-parent household, whatever, like a speech moms, but at the time it was a 2-parent household. It sounds I saw my pops maybe twice in a week. It sounds like I wake up, he sleep. I go to school, move, I'm running around outside. By the time I come to the crib for the night, he not home. I go to sleep, wake up, he sleep. This might have happened for 3-4 days a week. But he was getting to it. But as a kid, I learned early, my mom like, nah, he at work. I knew he was always at work. So it was easy for me to become a man and get to it. If you up, kids, you sleep. It was I learned to know like that's what it is. Cause that's what I'm saying. Right. That was the table. That was the spread on the table. Like then you knew like nah nigga like yo real shit. It's like yo nah nigga like I was a kid that ate Oscar Mayer. I don't partake in the Oscar Mayer lifestyle anymore, but I was a kid that like we all grew up like that. Cartoons on Saturday. Mama love, if we lucky to have Mama love, grandmas, whoever's in the crib, they chefing up and they hitting that pork on that pan, and you smell that shit in that room, and you couldn't touch that to Big Dog got up and got himself together and got his plate. He ate first. My pops got his plate made first, he ate first, then we eat. He sit down and get his plate made first, then everybody else get their plate made. He get busy. Now his shit was this, our shit was just like this.
Now you see what you just said? Now, Upbringing, right? You see what you just said? Now, this is a part where I came out of that realm because that's how it was in my house.
Right.
With my grandfather, right? But now I could be in my household and everybody knuckles me and everything, and then I get, you want something to eat? But everybody knuckles already in something.
Right.
But my knuckles should have been in something. Where I was brought up, my knuckles got to be in it first. And then everybody else get their knuckles in something. Cause, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was in my house. You know what I'm saying? No, real shit. Like my grandfather got the big piece of chicken off the rip. It was about cause he went and got it.
But did you build it that way, or assume that it's supposed to happen that way?
I instilled it, but
and it didn't enforce it.
Right? No.
Not enforce it to be forceful.
No, I know what you meant by what you said.
No, I'm talking to the people.
Yeah,
I don't want you to think when I say enforce.
Yeah.
Not the abusive.
Right.
I'm saying like, yo, this is.
You instill it. You instill it in your.
Yo, this is how I move and this is what I like.
Right.
It might not be a cup of tea.
I'm not saying that happens often. It might be a fluctuation.
No, right.
But I'm talking about on a consistent level. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Right? I'm gonna keep it a bread. When my grandfather, first of all, I'm keeping it a bread. My grandmother always set the table. Right. Every meal we had, the table was set.
And you ate what was cooked.
And we ate together.
No choices. You ate what was cooked.
She ain't make no extra chicken on the side.
I'm gonna make steak.
Yo, if I'm making steak,
you ate what was cooked. You ain't eat. You went to sleep hungry.
That's it. Or if you don't want no steak, you eat the veggies.
And you don't want nothing on that plate.
Absolutely.
Go to bed hungry.
Absolutely.
That's what you had to do.
And that's what it was. And I ain't gonna lie. Salute to my grandmother. She used to try to sneak me a little Johnson Jane, because she said, I know you don't like cheese, so I won't make this, but I'll make you some of that. She used to sneak the man, because see, my grandfather would say, boy, you better eat that food.
Got that right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and his angle was, I done went out there and got to it, brought this shit here, and you gonna sit there and tell me what you not gonna eat? And you ain't paying no bills in this crib? Boy, you better go somewhere.
Right.
I was in the crib. I used to be in the crib. This is a known fact. And salute to my bro Beeman. The Brett Show one, you ever seen Beeman? That's my brother. I gotta keep it above. He knew what it was. We lived together for a while before he moved on. He was older than me. But, you know what I'm saying? So he knew. My grandfather used to close the kitchen. After 9 o'clock, after like when 6 o'clock,
we
after
still
9 o'clock,
we still
you not going in that fridge.
To this day, the kitchen get closed.
At 9 o'clock, ain't no coming in 2 in the morning and open doors and things pinging and dinging. Nah.
Kitchen closed.
And if you went in that refrigerator, your ass was an ass, nigga. That was how it was in my crib. Because you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this one thing, Bread Talk World. Fear lasts longer than love. Because the one man I could say I was scared of was my grandfather. Even if he sold it, or even if I thought he was fronting, it took the one time I knew he wasn't fronting. That man beat me with a belt buckle, something crazy, hit my head, face, everything. He didn't give a fuck how I went to school, if I looked like a fucking weirdo. The times was different. But it was one beating that too many that I have never had to go through again, because I realized he meant business. Now, we dealing in a different society now. Oh.
When you think about it, right?
We talking.
You just said something, though. You said that we collectively, we also agreed on it. Like, we cook, what was cooked is what you ate. Facts. Real shit. You come with I don't give a fuck if it's liver and you don't eat liver, you're eating liver and you might go you might go
Yep.
But you ate that liver, you might gag a little bit. You know, I hate liver. I hate it like peas and carrots and shit like that. I hate lima beans to this day because I was forced to eat. I can't stand them shit. But at the end of the day, it's sad that in them times, we sometimes in our head paint this picture like we not gonna do what they did. So we the one. Now think about it. Right now it's 2022. You figure in 90s and 80s and there was no fucking Uber Eats and DoorDash. Nigga, like, so now it's order on DoorDash. Oh, you want pizza? Like if we ate like Fridays moms ain't cook. Pop Dukes knew that. Bring something in, nigga. For everybody. Pops would be like this. And back in the days, it was like White Castles, Burger King, McDonald's. It wasn't, I like McDonald's. He didn't make stops, nigga. I'm going to White Castle, nigga. And that's because he had a taste for it. You might be sitting there, that was a fucking McDonald's. No, nigga, eating White Castle. Wherever I stop this fucking car at, that's where everybody eating. And if you don't eat burgers and fish sandwiches, get fries, nigga. I'm not going nowhere else. The next move from here is to the fucking house, nigga. Yep. And you know when you get in there, your mother ain't cooked, nigga. So you know you're going to bed.
And the tap off that line what you said about that liver.
Do it.
But the tap off that line what you said about liver, that was in every southern household.
You goddamn right. So liver and onions.
So you know what? I told my grandmother, give me all the gravy and onions you can put on there, because that way I can eat it with the onions. That way I can sever the taste. And I had to work it out because I hated liver. But go back to your point.
But I ate it.
I go back to your point. I'm saying I had to make it work. It wasn't no, I don't eat that.
But you give options. As a parent, you give options. I give out. We all guilty of it. We be mad as shit. Like, the fuck you mean that she want Wendy's? Like, can you pop out like, I ain't making all these goddamn stops. You know what we do? Go to Wendy's. Because my kids, I don't give a fuck them. They give them my fucking nah. I'll tell you right now though. Me personally, not making 100 stops. I go to one store. I do stick to my guns. You want y'all all gonna figure out how the fuck y'all want something from that one stop. I'm not going here and going here. I'm not doing that. Nah. Going to one spot. Fuck that. And I'm spending my bread, my gas, and I'm driving. And I done got to it all day. Going to one location.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I can spin it in 5 different directions, but the bottom line is, society plays a big part in upbringing right now. You can't discipline your kids. You can't beat them.
No more.
You can't do none of that because they go to the fucking ACS joint. And you know what the crazy part is? The justice system plays a big part in it too. Mm-hmm. Because all the jails they building, they just want to keep putting. Yo, come on in. I call that the hotel. Just come on in, sit down, Get your clothes,
Absolutely.
get your toothbrush and your toothpaste,
Who
and
are
go to
you?
your cot and go chill out.
But what gives them the right to tell you the way to bring up your kids? I'ma say personally, I don't feel as long as you're not abusing them, you're not beating them, you're not verbally abusive, you're not torturing these kids. They're not malnourished. They're not walking around with no clothes, no shelter. You taking care. You're doing what you can. Everybody's basic necessities is not on the same level. These kids might shop at Walmart. These kids might go to Old Navy. Certain kids hit the mall. Certain kids hit Fifth Ave. It's different levels to how much bread you provided in that household.
And I must say,
Come on, man, they can't do that.
I'm never gonna move away.
They can't do that.
I'm never gonna move away from my blueprint because I know it's gonna work. It's just patience and I gotta tolerate and be patient. But I'm gonna pray for our young black men out here these days, because we as men, our job, no bullshit. And I'm keeping it a brand right now. The women, I give them credit because no matter how much shit go on, they get in line and they know how to. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
They the rock.
They put them in school. They put them in sports.
Fill out the blue cards.
They do all that shit.
I gotta give it a buck. They do that.
Salute to Potato Love. I gotta keep it a buck.
So they keep.
I'm keep it a brand.
I've been.
I don't even know how to begin to say I didn't put them through school. I didn't go down to the joint and they went through Hurdy. You know, I didn't do that, bro. I was out getting to it.
I ain't go front.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I ain't go front.
I'm gonna keep it a brand.
I had a stint where I had to pick them up, go here.
No.
Watch them and hang.
No. That's
cook.
No.
What?
No. And I commend you because we would do that all day.
No. You missed what I'm saying.
No. I'm talking about. Did you ever understand?
I'm just rebutted. I'm coinciding, and it goes with what you're saying. I did them traits that they had to do, and it was a pain. I don't know how they could do that.
No. I'm gonna tell you the most important thing that's crazy. I'm talking about going down to the school, enrolling them in school. This is what I'm talking about for my side. Enrolling them in school, putting them in the football league, taking my daughter to get involved with this. Yo, I'm out getting to it. I'm not saying that if I had to do it, I can't. I'm saying I commend her because she did it, and I just followed suit. Mm-hmm. But I was getting to it. So sometimes to get into it, that's what I know because that's what I do. I don't know, and I'm blessed because if I happen to be a single parent,
you can do both.
I can do it. If I had to just to do it, I know I can do it because I have no choice.
You can do both.
I'm not saying that I can, but I'm saying that I respect roles, and that's all part of the upbringing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can get to it, and still get to it. Meaning,
right.
Like, you might not do. I'm not talking about the role in schools and all that. What I'm saying is, you can get to it. Like, my pops got to. Real shit, I just explained how many times I've seen with it, right? But parent-teacher night, he might not have made it. A bullshit player shot, he might not make it. Might be in the evening. A little bullshit basketball tournament, never pulled up. But he got to. Right? He was out there getting to it. We work similar. We work in the same umbrella. I'm saying we could get to it because I had to. Because I had to break the narrative of what he did with I got two girls. I had to make. So I did it. Got to it. I did the OT and everything. Came and functions funky and dirty. Dirt rolling off my jeans. And everybody looking at me.
Absolutely.
They looking at me crazy like, excuse me, pardon me. Dirt, big Keith fan hoodie on. Dirt running off my boots, sitting there like this, sweating like an animal, smelling like outside. And it might be an hour, half hour left, but the fact is to say, oh shit, he made it.
Right.
that little bit of that little inch, bro. They will remember that though, cause they'll say, nah, he over, nah, but you got. It might have been the day getting to it. For me, because I had to do it because certain things I went through.
Well,
so I tried to break the narrative.
Right. So we about to start to wrap this up, just so y'all know. But I leave the rebuttal.
But we can go all night.
Yeah, man. But the rebuttal of Blesso's line, right?
But who's to say we right or wrong?
Right. Right. And I'm gonna tell you this.
That's your decision.
I'm gonna say that my blueprint is right, but I'm never gonna forget that. On a whole nother note, you could put things in perspective where you could say, people would say, he came from a good family. He had both parents. He came from a good family.
What's a good family?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you, he came from a good family. He shouldn't be his mother was strong. He should have been damn. You got some single fathers out there.
Man, that take. We could go forever, man.
Nah, you got some good fathers out there.
I want to know what's some good family.
You got good fathers out there that take care of their kids left and right. Like they take care of their kids. No mother, no nothing.
Right. So that's a good family.
But they go out there and they kill, they rob and steal and get caught up in shit.
Though.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know what the good family is.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna hold you. I feel that if you made it, per se, you as an individual, if you sit somewhere and you good and you making sure things are going accordingly, don't change your blueprint. And I'm putting my jewel in now because we gotta wrap this up. Don't change your blueprint. Keep doing what you're doing because in the end it's all gonna make sense. They will eventually get it. If they don't, you still gonna be there to mirror them because you care. It's your offspring, your kids. But you want them to get it sooner so it don't get to that point. Because trust me, it's easy to fall in a sunken place, especially when it's the society that puts you in that space. And I'm gonna tell you, it's real because you got social media, you got the shit that's on TV, you got movies that paint pictures that's not real. Now you gotta teach your kids even more. That's not real. That's bullshit. That's nonfiction. That's not fiction. That's nonfiction. Ain't nothing real about that. But they say, nah, you bugging. You don't know what you talking about. So I'm just gonna say, Bread Talk World, I appreciate you hearing me out, but keep uprising your kids. Keep instilling in them. Don't quit. It might be times where quitting don't mean that you stop talking. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's all.
And to go on my jewel, the rib, like I said, like still said, I'm saying, I know it's getting late. We gotta wrap it up. I don't want to hold y'all longer than we already been y'all here today. We appreciate y'all listening, and I hope y'all chime and leave comments with a quick jewel. Like I agree 100%. Stick to your blueprint. Stick to your blueprint and stand strong on it. Be patient, but always be able to throw an audible. Because that blueprint, if you don't have audibles, because if the defense change, if situations change, if the weather change, you might have a blueprint for sunny weather. But when it rains, you got to be able to adapt or add or take away or add little shit. So you have to be able to audible and see the signs when it's getting there. Because, of course, it's going to be resistance in what you're trying to preach and learn and teach, and what you want them to learn. But they might not grasp because, they just don't get it. And we all know they will get it eventually. And they will come back to you and be like, yo, Dad, you was right. I've done it. Told my father, yo, you was right. And he told me, when you get older, you're going to come back. Came back and said, yo, you was right. But stand your ground, and it's no right or wrong way if you feel in your heart you're doing the right thing. Don't let people judge and do it. Keep your ship. Stay the captain of your boat. Stay the captain of your yacht. And you will reach your destination, man. Just stand strong and keep steering. Like I said, if the waves hit strong here, you just tweak it. Learn to tweak, throw audibles. And stay with the culture plan, but just throw little audibles here and then to make it work. But Bread Talk World, we appreciate y'all on this Sunday, man. We're gonna keep hitting y'all with topics and food for thought.
Y'all do the dishes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't bring nothing to the table when we the table,
Absolutely.
baby. That's why we bring the dishes and the meals to the table, man. But we ain't washing them. We can wash your own dishes.
Yeah, I throw them shits
Or
in
get
the
some
garbage.
paper plates. You know
I
what
throw
I
them
mean?
shits in the
Plastic
garbage.
forks and all that.
I ain't washing them dishes.
You know what I mean? But salute to y'all.
Y'all be good.
Let's go to God.
Potato. And y'all be good, man. Salute.
Can I kick it, baby?
Yes, you can.
Word. Can I kick it? Word.
You know what it is.
Yo, catch us next week, man. We gonna keep building, keep hitting y'all with topics. Boom, 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 fast.